What's going on, guys? Today I want to show you how I caught this bear flag breakdown on the 5-minute chart on Tesla yesterday. I have the entire trade recorded live. I have my mindset, my thought process as I was entering the trade recorded live. I have my executions, my entries and exits, all for us to review today. Get a good idea of how this technical formation set up, how I was watching it setting up, and how I executed on the idea. I hope you guys enjoy this video. It's going to be a little bit shorter, but I want to really zone in on the 5-minute flag, show you how I executed this trade, and hopefully you can learn something from it. So press that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's go ahead and get started. So guys, here is the 4-hour chart on Tesla, and coming into the trading day yesterday, there was one thing that was on my mind, and that was the supply zone above on Tesla. You can clearly see it on your screen from 760 to 800. We have rejected this zone almost 4 to 5 times in the past few weeks. You can see that every single time that Tesla hits that level, it gets rejected, and that was something that I was watching for out of the gates yesterday morning. If we go to the 1-minute chart, you can see that yesterday, Tesla was very aggressive out of the gate. And when a stock moves that aggressively to the downside, it can be very difficult to catch the move. So if I go ahead and put the equities highlighted extended time, you can see that right there, the market opened, we rejected, and it moved very aggressively to the downside. I do not like to chase that downside. It gets very tempting to chase it to get a piece of the move, but I always like to wait for some type of bounce. Either a 9 EMA rejections, a break and retest, a flag pattern to set up. I want to see a real trade entry, a real technical formation to get an entry, rather than chasing, which in the long run is going to cause you to lose money. Maybe in this situation you win on a chase, but in the long run that is a bad habit and a bad mentality to have as a trader. So what you'll see about 30 minutes into the market, you will see that Tesla started to create a bear flag formation. Now, where is this bear flag formation start to set up? If we go into the chart and get all the EMAs out of the way, just look at the price action, you are going to see that we started to make higher lows right here on Tesla starting at around 10 o'clock. From 10 o'clock to around 10:52 for about 50 minutes, we started to make higher lows. If we go to the 5-minute chart, what you're going to notice is that we were creating basically a flat top with higher lows. Now, when you see a flat top with higher lows right in this area, you can see that we had a flat top around 725 and we had higher lows starting to form. This right here is a 5-minute bear flag. This is a bear flag where you have a flat top and higher lows. The bull flag is a flat bottom, right? A flat bottom with lower highs. This is a bull flag where you start to see this start to form, and then eventually you break that downtrend and you make a move like this. That is a bull flag. On the flip side, a bear flag is a flat top with higher lows. You will see it right here. Here's your higher lows. You can start to get a higher low formation, and then eventually you break to the downside, right? So there is a bull flag on the left and a bear flag on the right. Bull flag, bear flag. Now you can see those technical formations. You can see that right here, we were getting that exact thing on Tesla. It was a 5-minute bear flag on Tesla, and it was setting up beautifully intraday yesterday. Now, the main reason why I was getting interested in this play was if I pop into the 9 EMA, if I put the 9 EMA on my screen, which you guys know I trade with quite often, if you look at the 9 EMA on the 5-minute chart, you will see that as the stock started to grind into that 9 EMA, as the 9 EMA started to catch up with the price action, right there is where the stock started to reject. And right there is where the stock started to break out of the bear flag. You can see we consolidated into the 9 EMA, we caught up to it, and we rejected off of it. And this right here is what I talk about all the time, is being careful of trading a stock that is deviated from the EMAs. You can see at this point in time, around 10 o'clock, we were very deviated from the 9 EMA. We were just about, if we were to bring it up to the upside, we were deviated just about 2.5% from the 9 EMA, and we started to gain traction. We started to have the 9 EMA come down, we started to have the price action come into it, and we started to catch up to that EMA rejection. You can see right there, we were bear flagging into the 9 EMA with a flat top around 725, and this is where the rejection started to come in. I have this entire trade recorded live, so I want to go ahead and play it for you, get you an idea of what I was talking about in the voice chat, in the Discord community, as we started to see this formation set up, how I executed the trade, and then where I exited, where I took profits, and overall, just a good example of a bear flag, a live trade, a learning example for you guys to learn, to watch, and hopefully implement into your own trading. I would watch this, especially if the NASDAQ starts to reject. Yeah, if the NASDAQ starts to reject, watch Tesla to break this flag. Very weak move on Tesla right here. Tesla definitely looking like a little bear flag breakdown if the market gets some follow through. It's definitely there. Just don't know if the market's going to follow through or not. That's the tough part. It seems as though the market's not really following through it as of right now to the downside. Yeah, it's starting to do it a little bit. This could be a little messy. That's the only thing. It could be a little bit messy. But it's there. It's definitely there. There it goes, folks. There it goes. Yeah, it's going without the market. Now if you get a market flush, that's going to really get aggressive. That would be a bear flag for you guys. If you ever was interested in what a bear flag looks like. That's a perfect bear flag into a 5-minute 9 EMA. That's exactly what that is. That's a really nice setup. So one thing you guys may have noticed when you were watching that live recording is that I actually trade on the 1-minute chart. I will watch the 5-minute chart to monitor these types of formations, but I always take my trade entries on the 1 minute. And how I look at the 5-minute 9 EMA on the 1-minute chart is I actually pull up the 40 EMA. I have found that the 40 EMA is very similar to the 9 EMA on the 5-minute chart, and this allows me to not have to change my time frames all day to make sure I'm not missing EMA rejections. So if I'm looking at the 1-minute chart, I have the 9 EMA and I have the 40 EMA. The 9 EMA on the 1-minute chart is the 9 EMA on the 1-minute chart. The 40 EMA equals the 9 EMA on the 5-minute chart. This way, I don't need to be changing time frames, and I have both EMAs up on my screen. In this scenario, you can see that the green line on your screen right now, that is my 40 EMA. And my 40 EMA is mimicking the 9 EMA on the 5-minute. And you can see that right around here, we rejected the 40 EMA, and right here, we rejected it once again. And after those two rejections of the 40 EMA, Tesla lost the uptrend, it broke the higher lows, and that is when the slip started to occur. So you can see in the live trade that I got in a little bit early, anticipating that bear flag break. I was planning to hold the position as long as we stayed below the 5-minute 9 EMA, and you will see at no point during the trade we broke above that EMA. We stayed below it. I stayed in the trade. I trusted the technicals. I got in with a smaller position size so that I could let this thing breathe a little bit. I knew the formation was there. I wanted to see it play out, but I didn't want to oversize to where I got faked out of the position. So I got in with those two contracts. We started to get the move. I was relaxed. I was sized down. I was waiting for this to play out. I scaled out as I started to get the move. And on the first bounce, you can see I scaled out of my last contract and I took my profits. Overall, a very clean bear flag example for you guys. I have the entire trade recorded live. Feel free to rewind and rewatch it to get an idea of what I was looking at. Bear flag, 9 EMA rejection. This is everything I look for in my trading. And you guys know, if you watch my channel, I am very consistent with the things that I talk about. I talk about 9 EMA rejections, flag formations, and break and retests. Those are the 3 things I always look for, and I am always finding examples to make videos of, so there has to be a reason why. It's because it shows up all the time, and if you can master this, if you can find them intraday, I promise you will find trade setups. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned from it. If you did, press that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you guys want to trade live with me every single day, the example that you saw today in the live recording is straight from the Discord. That is down below in the description below. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.